It's been a little while. If we could get a DM recap, would be amazing. Thank you.
We're being nuked by a robot. The end.
I remember the general sense of what's going on. We were.
Hmm. Okay. Good. I am concerned.
I was. I remembered the name. I'm proud of myself. Arc 5.
No, Miss July. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. No.
Yeah, she's on the
Yes.
ship.
Yeah. We could abuse everyone else. Most likely. Yes.
All right.
I will take, since my lovely mount has 60 feet of flight, I'm taking Cassie's Miss July and the mount to be in front. I will station Miss July here, mount here, and you take Cassie's wherever you want.
That's the one I was looking for.
Yes.
Yep. Collective
Right.
initiative, I remember, which is interesting. I kind of like it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. If nothing else, it is interesting so far. Yeah. Yeah. So Bonkers is looking pretty rough. Let's go ahead and we'll pan back to him in a minute. Cassius is just going to continue moving out of the way. That's 10, 20.
Cassius is flown
Oh, he was on
over
the back of the
here.
Red Bull?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I didn't remember that part. I apologize. Yep.
But she doesn't necessarily like seeing people get annihilated by robots.
Also valid.
She is a paladin.
That's true. And Cassius is
Yes.
a cleric, so you get the sense that many paladins probably look after clerics and vice versa because of their complementary skill sets.
Yeah. And zealotry.
And zealotry.
It's
Exactly.
what brings communities together.
Okay.
Bonnie will test the door.
So Bonkers is already on the locks. I was saying I was coming back to him because his stuff is not very interesting. He's there examining and trying to get ready to see if he can pull the locks apart. He's proficient in lock picking. He is pretty decent at it. It is not his focus as a character, but he is pretty good at it, just the same. Rogue things. So, okay. Um, Fair enough. No, I appreciate the visual. So he's gonna be sitting there, kind of flipping through this, going, "Okay, okay, okay. Let's see. I haven't tried modern lock picking yet because some of these are a little bit funky. Let's see what we can do." So he's gonna pull up probably some kind of analysis program he had hooked up into his hollow deck, pull that up, and start analyzing what's going on with these and seeing if he can crack the code. So it's a little more hacking than physical lockpicking, which is what he's used to. But after the encounter with the futuristic spaceship in back on the rock of or near the rock of Brawl, he started looking into more modern versions of it because he could tell that his current skill set was not going to serve him as well. So we'll call this a modern lockpicking. So if you would like me to roll for lockpicking or any of that sort, let me know. Okay,
I will give you guidance.
sounds good. Does anybody think that they would have the skills to be able to help with this? I think this is all on Bonkers, to be honest.
I think it's all on bonkers. Miss
I
July
couldn't.
has taken a defensive stand, and
Okay.
Bonnie will help through guidance.
Yeah, no, I appreciate the guidance. I just don't think
Oh,
anybody else has a complementary skill set where they could even help him, like from an RP standpoint. Mechanically, I know anybody can say I help. Okay. So we will be going through these. Since I do have proficiency in lockpicking and thieves tools, which I'm saying have been updated to match modern tools as well, that's going to be lockpicking is normally sleight of hand, or would you prefer something else for this? Okay. So it's normally it's normally sleight of hand, but then you get plus um the thieves tools and your proficiency if you have it. So, tink okay, and what would a tinkering check be? Yeah, I was gonna say I think it still comes down to sleight of hand plus tinker's tools and proficiency because I have both. So that's gonna be a plus 15, which is good. Yeah. That's why I said this isn't his focus. I could have made that a lot higher if I'd have focused him in lockpicking. Um, but I didn't. This is just him being pretty good at it adjacent. 100%.
I have done the guidance, which is one action.
So
And
this would be a 24 on the check. So you're gonna hear Bonkers go, all right. We got one more. Hold him off for a couple of minutes. I got this last one. We need to get out of here.
a couple of
Um,
minutes?
uh, as much as you
Yeah,
can,
you
at
get
least
a couple of
20 or 30 more
seconds.
seconds.
I give you
Um,
seconds, not minutes.
what is Cassius gonna do? Has a divine intervention locked and loaded. I don't want to use that, though I could.
I might use mine.
That's fair. To summon more Red Bulls to stay hydrated.
Yes. Please, God of Sun, can you give me more Red Bulls?
Would you allow, since we're focused on getting Bonkers getting us inside, would you allow Cassius to take a defensive stance in front of Bonkers with his shield? Um, and effectively taking the dodge action, meaning less likely to hit either of us. Okay. So I think that's all Cassius is gonna do, is he's gonna step in front and just be like, "Alright, you got this, sir." Yeah, taking the defend action. Uh, I forget what the differentiation was, because I never do this. Okay, let's see. I think because defend is just +2 to AC to
Mhm.
I think it
Yes.
is. I think it lines up more with the protect action, yeah.
Yes.
That would be the defend. The protect action is, yes, covering it for bonkers.
Uh, where is it? Uh, Miss July will use her action to shield off Faith Bonkers as well.
Nice. I will also ask, since we're still doing two action economy, would you let me do a second check because I was already over here? Okay, a second lockpicking check as my other action. Okay. Uh, Bonnie was doing. You guys did stuff, so I don't get bless on the second one.
No, you don't get guidance on the second
Or
one.
guidance, yeah.
I'm saving my divine intervention as a reaction, if you allow me.
So still low, but lower than I was hoping for, but it's still a 20. Okay. All right, hold him off for a few more seconds. One more. Whew. All right. And I'm still bonkers is frozen in time, still doing it. I I imagined that this is not an easy lock. Luckily, this is what I'm good at. Ish.
Yes, so since
Nice.
I'm reading it as a reaction, it serves as both action and reaction, I guess. Yes.
I think I'm for Cassius. I think he's gonna ready a uh mass healing word. Actually, it's a bonus action, but he would like to hold that locked on a successful attack hitting the group. I think is literally all it is. He's just waiting for the need of healing, and he's gonna dump it out.
I am essentially holding my symbol of Ra and waiting to see if there is another barrage of attack from the robots. And when that goes off, I'm going to pray for a dome of invulnerability around us. Yes. It does not recharge.
Hopefully.
Don't attack my bull. Yeah, my good boy has 1 HP left. Don't you dare. Yes, he is ready to take aggro.
Cassius is right at her side with the full shield up.
It is indeed at 26. At the 26 hits, yes, but no. That is where I roll for divine intervention, and I fail. Yes. You can hear whispered words from Bonnie as a faint glowing light reaches the sky, but nothing comes in return. Yeah, it is sad.
We are too far away for that to work, let's say.
I mean, probably not, but
It's
really pains a piercing. That is fine. Miss July is actually healthy compared to everyone else.
absolutely valid.
Oh.
It makes sense. He's standing there
Alright.
full shield ready, just ready to deflect anything that he can.
Potentially, everything above 18 hits me.
That's what Cassius was most worried about.
17. This could have been a lot worse. And another con save.
Yeah.
Yay! Okay. So it has a +8.
And I think this is where Cassius is going to proc the mass healing word. Because I was waiting for it. Basically, incoming damage. But it wasn't like one single hit was going to trigger it, because he knows...
Yeah.
He was expecting a rocket barrage, but having a barrage of bullets, he'll similarly proc it at the end.
You don't have a shield of faith anymore, bonkers.
Alright. That's fine. It helped for what it was.
It didn't help anything.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and roll that mass healing word for Cassius. So he's... I'll roll it for Cassius because he's paying attention. Oh.
Oh, damn.
I was only rolling it because he's the one paying attention. It's intentionally avoiding the factory. Okay.
Which means there is explosives inside.
Very possibly. Yeah. Pretty sure he's avoiding aiming at the factory, so we'll at least be safe in there. Captain, first mate, how much more time do you need? I don't know, like, 6, 3, 4, couple seconds.
We'll see what we can do. And you
And let me
do
go ahead
your
and roll
mass
off that
healing word.
mass healing word. It's just going to be at 3rd level, because I'm trying to conserve spell points. I don't actually know how many he has. I'm just trying to keep track. Let me roll this off. So everybody is going to regain 8 points of healing. It's not a ton, but it was... Yeah, I was doing it in case anybody started going down. I was expecting a rocket barrage coming in.
Yeah, me too.
And, 2 or 3 people dropping down and him hitting him with 8 points of healing, that would have been clutch. So it was a protection that he was playing around with. But 8 points of healing on Bonkers. Cassius is not quite back to full because he has luckily avoided most damage. I found my card still tracking his hit points. He is 4 points down. Yep.
Bonnie will use her Amulet of the Bloodthirster to channel and mask cure wounds for the party.
I'm gonna just continue
It
blocking
is
for Bonkers.
26 points of healing.
Ooh, nice. Now Cassius is back to full.
Okay,
Yeah.
that relieves some of the immediate danger. Whew.
3rd lockpicking check. That's gonna be a 26. Nice. Difficult, difficult locks. Bonkers is good at this ish. That's what I guessed based on the numbers.
Ooh.
Remember, math patterns. That's my thing. Um,
Uh, oh, 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 oh. Told me I heard a seal. No! We're not Canadians.
stop clubbing, baby seals. Anyway,
Mm, right.
let's
Well, does that
see. Okay. Because I've cracked the key, so I basically have a virtual copy of it, right? Okay. Alright, cool. I think I can save this data for later. Assuming the locks are all the same, I should be able to get us in just about anywhere once these stupid doors open. He's gonna kind of step forward and get ready to wiggle inside, making himself
right?
small because he's not a very large individual. Um,
So yeah, no. Let's see.
popping his goggles down because it's dark.
I don't feel like forcing the door open would be the best idea. So
I don't know for sure, but I would
when
probably just
in
let it do its thing.
doubt, you whip it out. Uh, and she shall whip out the great balls of fire. And she will try to hit the huge robot with the fireball. Make a DC save for me. And Dex. I feel like something this big should have disadvantage.
It also has thick armor, so it feels. I don't know if Dex save even applies to it at this point. It feels like it would be like an armor save instead.
And
But
it has the shimmering shield thing from the other one.
that's fair.
Rude. It then. Right. I'm mostly out of IDs.
I have a little bit of things left that I can do. So I think for Cassius, he's going to cast Shield of Faith on himself and take another defensive stance. In front of Bonkers, whatever the same one that was last time, but casting Shield of Faith on himself this time.
Right.
And since Bonkers still has an action and a bonus action left, I am going to lean up against the edge of the door as it is starting to load because I am pretty tired and I'm not doing great at this point. So I'm going to brace myself up against the door, raise my rifle, bracing the butt of it against the door and using it like an artillery, taking the brace bonus action and then taking a shot at the robot with the advantage from this.
After he has taken the shot, the Red Bull will charge
It's going to be a 19, which I don't know if that's going to hit.
The Red Bull has its duties.
Yeah, so Bonkers is just, you know what? Do I have a lucky left? I think I used all those.
I think you used all of them, yes.
Yep, I've used all of those. There is nothing else that I can do. That was it. It just didn't work, so you watch as Bonkers braces and tries to fire, and it just doesn't find its target.
As long as it's not radiated hummingbirds, it's fine. The Red
I know the
Bull.
hive.
The Red Bull in. Are we categorizing radiated hummingbirds as bees now?
Yeah.
I don't like the idea of a hive of hummingbirds, but sure.
It's just sticks all built up into the shape of a hive. Anyway, continue.
The bull with its mighty thing, it will do an otherworldly slam. It should boom.
They are decent, if I remember correctly.
Melee attack roll bonus equals to spell attack modifier. I guess it's just a straight up strength roll then.
You make a spell attack, basically.
Yeah,
Is what it
okay. I
is.
make a spell attack. That is. Do I even have any spell attacks?
You could just go click the spell attack
A
modifier as well. I think.
paladin has saves.
Hmm.
Nope. Does a 23 hit?
Finally, somebody
Not,
rolls good.
however, my mount. Okay, right. Roll one. It's 17. Oh well, it used its reaction for something stupid, so it's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it would literally do 1d8 psychic damage. That's all it does. Oh, okay. The robot gets a migraine.
It just processed a thing hitting it, and it decided to shield. Makes sense.
Well, it has done movement, charged, and tried to bash. Then it is Miss July's turn. And what shall Miss July do? Because she doesn't want to go closer to the thing. Yes. Mm. No. Stop it.
We killed all of them. Or at least all of that swarm.
Miss July will actually take a step back and then cast haste onto Bonkers. He needs it!
Well, since I have a third action now, in this moment of caffeinated clarity,
Yeah.
it's just you slapping a caffeine patch onto him.
No, it's literally handing you a Red Bull she's sponsored.
Oh, alright, I'll take that. With his third action, Bonkers is gonna go, hey, wait a minute. I just cracked the factory's code. I wonder if I can, and he's gonna go ahead and try to extend the access key to the robot. Yes, using the access key that I just cracked. I mean, it works just being lockpicking. It's just how locks work in this world.
I guess tech could be Arcana. It's an intelligence save. No,
There
but it
is,
is
but
an
also
intelligence thing, and
because
Arcana
canonically,
could be math.
but canonically, Bonkers is terrible at Arcana and intelligence stuff, but really pretty good at lockpicking and hacking and tinkering. So it's kind of this weird split where we need to figure out what it is.
Wisdom?
Okay. It's still, I have proficiency and the tools to do it, so it's still the same modifier. Would you like a tinkering check? Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would
Why don't you call it spell tech?
spell tech. And would it be based on intelligence, wisdom?
Because mechanically, it feels like it would be intelligence, but the way we've played it so far, Bonkers has been pretty good at it once he got adapted. So it's
Yeah.
yeah. Which neither of those are the greatest stats for Bonkers. They're actually almost exactly the same. Um, but since he's been using it so long, he would have proficiency and maybe expertise in it. So we can figure out his exact character later. Do you want it to be intelligence or do you want it to be wisdom? Since we're figuring this out. I feel like it could be either one. Or do you want to make it its own thing? Like a tool.
You
Check.
can probably just add your proficiency modifier to a straight up wisdom roll at this current time because we can't spend 1 hour figuring this out.
Yeah. Well, I was just going to use the same roll I was using before for hacking, which was a thieves tool or a tinker's check, which for me is a plus 15. Um, because it's based on dexterity normally. Let me refresh my page. Okay. Yeah, because I was gonna say if you wanted to, you could build it like my other stuff and just give me expertise in it. That feels about right. Yeah, that feels like exactly where it would be for Bonkers. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll I guess a Magitech check, and we'll see if I can hack this thing. Assuming you could literally just say no, it's not possible. Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, let's go ahead and do that Magitech roll as I am hasted and checked out. It does. It worked perfectly. 25.
You have used your reaction. Keep that in mind.
Like a save, yeah.
Mm,
That could work.
yeah.
Yeah.
Command it
Okay.
to self-destruct.
Yeah, no, I don't want it to harm itself. I just want it to not fire on us for a round at least, so we can, or rather grant.
Make it burrow straight into the core of this planet.
Yeah, that's really all I was trying to do is to give us access so it wouldn't fire. I don't care if it's still there. I think what I'm going to do specifically with that hack attempt is just attempt to put this access code in as a safe, so I am here with my guests. So we are safe and friendlies. Yeah, we'll see, because he's more potent than I am with machinery. He is. So I'm telling it to that this code that I created has access, so not to fire upon us, and just to resume its normal defensive stance. That's all I would like it to do, is just to basically turn around and continue what it was doing for the 200 years before we got here. Cool. Alright, so I'm pretty sure I got us in as basically I got us access. We'll call it access. It's funny.
Uh,
Alright, I have
uh,
access, so it should just keep doing its thing, and we can wait for these doors. Oh, they're just about open, I think.
Miss Miss July will call out to Ogil, the Red Bull mount. Oh, Ogil, come back here. And just whistle at it. Yes, yes, and you see Ogil do a 360 U-turn and 180 U-turn and come back. It's a full circle. Ogil is not the smartest.
But long story short, it's don't shoot it anymore. I think it's good. Correct. With disadvantage. That's fine. I mean, it might. We'll see. That's going to be a 17 with disadvantage. Ah! That.
You should
that's been
really,
there.
you should really consider taking a bath, bonkers. You're starting to smell.
That's your concern right now?
Yeah.
I'm gonna just spin around, rifle at the ready, and lean on against the door. Okay.
We can indeed perception roll.
Oh yeah, I'll do it for Cassius, because he was keeping an eye out.
She is indeed called Christine. Hmm. Well, I have had enough lycanthropy for this foreseeable future. And she kind of just takes her foot and crushes its skull.
Not worried about the tentacles?
What? What tentacles?
I thought you said there were tentacles coming out of the door, grabbing me. Oh, never mind. I misheard part of it. Okay, I misheard something. I was like, there's a mimic in there eating me, I guess. Yes, I got that part. I thought it was that something like spatted on me. Anyway, I was misinterpreting the scene. Bonkers has his goggles down.
I
So-
do not. I am trying.
Cassius is a elf or human? Elf. Half elf. He does have dark vision. So Cassius has dark vision, and Bonkers has effectively dark vision as long as his goggles are on. Can you both
and
see
I
in the
do
dark?
not have. Yes. I'm currently calculating how many spell points I left. Sorry if I'm a little not talkative.
You're fine. I need to figure out how many I had for Cassius, I guess. I only cast 2 spells a level. Thank you.
I have to find myself again. Yes. No! My calculation of spell points reset. No! I think I'm on 37. Yes, I'm on 37.
Okay.
Yes.
And it's 2 above the spell's level, right? Because if it's level 1 spell, it's 3 spell points to use it?
No, it's to wait.
Okay, there we
Before we stepping forward, Bonnie is casting. What the fuck is it? An healing aura. So that is a total of 10d6 spread on 1 minute. So that's 36 points of healing during
Across
the
the next
next
minute.
minute.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
So that brings Bonkers and Cassius both back to full pretty quickly, honestly. They weren't super far down. Bonkers is absolutely exhausted, so he's looking physically well, but very, very tired. And very gross at the moment, yeah.
It is. Why are all the days so long?
It's. I remember we were warned that this place was irradiated, and we
Hostile.
figured we could make it somehow.
Ah,
But I'm starting to feel it, man. I think we gotta get going quick.
I do have a recall, so we can get back to the ship whenever. But I think we have to finish this.
Oh no, that's good.
I can fix that.
Yeah.
Should we
How do
take
you
a
all
chance?
feel about me closing the doors behind us? I got them open once. I can get them open again. I'm sure. I have the access pass
Yeah.
now.
And if not, we have magical teleportation powers.
That is very true. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and pull these up. Pull up the access for this door and guide the door closed. I'd like to keep as
You
much.
know,
A what? Absolutely. Absolutely. I'd like as much. Oh yeah. I needed to roll it with advantage, and it's being weird. So it's a 21 and a 21. It's a 21. Yeah. They open to
in
like foot traffic, not full access for robots.
you know what, Bunkers? You seem like you could need some rest, and Miss July will pick you up and put you on top of Ogle, the Red Bull.
You know? Go
Yes,
ahead.
Ogle is
Oh, good.
sitting at max health.
Very nice. Whew, a lot of days I would turn this down, but all right, I'll take it for now. It'll
As
give me a chance
you
to focus on some other stuff too.
As you're being seated onto the Red Bull, you can feel an immeasurable amount of fluff almost consume you. He is a very comfortable.
Excellent. Since I am no longer tasked with walking for myself, I'm going to start focusing in on the access to this factory and seeing if I can start gleaning some information about mapping or stuff that we might be looking for, like just pulling up, seeing if I can access old databases or anything like that in here. Um, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
yeah, 24. Well,
Did
I
we?
have access, but I don't think I'm able to get into the rest of this. Um, okay. I keep seeing this word everywhere though. There's something called Operation Nanophage. Um,
That's
Nano
weird.
Nanophagy. I don't know how to pronounce this symbol. Um, Nanopha. But anyway, it's right? I would go through like the two languages that I know. That's just
Well,
yelling it angrily. That's Bonnie's. That's
well,
Bonnie's strategy.
quite rude, but okay. Should we just
That's out
start
of
going
character.
to the right?
Yeah,
Oh,
I can't find much about anything else in here. Everything seems to be locked and classified, so I think that would probably be for the best if we just start exploring.
uh,
Cautiously, mind you.
yeah. Ogle, you do weigh a lot, so could you kindly hover and not walk on these bridges? I don't like what's underneath. Uh,
And I make one for Cassius. Bonkers wasn't paying attention.
oh, it's a nat 20 from Miss Christine. Who? Oh God, there's an abomination of a mech down there, and she points to it. Yeah.
Hey, that looks like a. I don't
Uh,
know. I
looks
thought
like
the.
something we have to deal with.
Well, it
I
looks like they
mean,
were manufacturing bioweapons or
as a
something.
rabbit, you should feel the. Yeah, there should be a prey instinct
Look,
rushing
I've
through
gotten
you.
so used to things trying to eat me that, like, it is just it's constantly. So this nothing has changed, but yes, I am.
Yeah, well, I am.
Were you
We
not just
are, and
getting murdered by a giant robot 30 seconds prior to this?
yeah,
Like,
but you
and
know,
before that, there was the radiating glow dog, and then there was the glow guy with the tentacles, and that was just this afternoon.
you mean the
I'm
tentacle
constantly
guy
on
that
edge.
I just pushed around like a toy?
Yes, but point being is I'm constantly on edge from things trying to kill and eat me, and this is just a Tuesday.
Well, Ogle here will not do any sort of such thing. Will you, Ogle? And he just does a puff. Exhales air through his nose.
That's
Oh,
ooh, it smells like the Feywild. Huh.
yeah. I mean, he is not native to our home planet. I can tell you that much. Me and Miss July, Bonnie and Miss July.
Fair.
Bonnie
Well,
and Miss July are very much from the same planet.
he might be from mine. Have I ever seen any creature like this on the few years here and there that I was in the actual Feywild? Hooray! Actually, would you allow me to roll animal handling instead? It's a terrible at history, but slightly okay at animal handling. Okay. It's not much better, but we'll see. Oh, okay.
Ooh.
A natural 20. Okay. But I have seen them around. Ah, we used to have I think we used to have a couple of these at the circus. Ah,
That
interesting.
correct? Well, they are loyal creatures.
Yeah, I
And
remember
Miss
them being.
July pats him.
I remember people talking pretty highly of them. I couldn't tell you many details. I was never really that involved in the animals, but
Yeah, just what? Oh, the fluff.
they look. But I think I have a name on the tip of my tongue, but I'm too tired to care right now.
Uh,
It's somewhere in there. I've seen them
should
before, though.
we? Should we try to strike the suit of armor robot thing from afar?
It's not
And
moving, so I think we should just try to go make sure it doesn't start moving and bring it back for
can you point your
examination.
wizard card thing towards it and see if that does anything?
Oh, sure. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and try to see if I can access this based on my virtual access pass because I'm assuming that's the closest thing to a wizard card that I have. Seeing if I can pull up information about these, a name, a file, a access code, ideally. But either way, I want to be very, very careful not to activate it, assuming that it may be. Well, are these the things that we see on the conveyor belt? So there are several of them in different stages of assembly. Okay.
Normal creatures.
Okay. I still have the picture up. So which two again? Okay, those two.
Mm,
All right. Let's see what we can do. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull up and see if I can find any files across them. Anything referencing Wolven or Canine or bio, bio, I don't know, bio
weapons.
robotics or anything that looks like these guys. Start browsing through and see if I can find something that is accessible and that looks like it's about these guys. Agitech. I believe this would just be a straight roll for these, so it's going to be, it's still a 21 because the way rogues work. Okay. Oh, I found a pamphlet.
Hmm.
Well, that actually, it works. That's kind of the theme we're going with right now. Um, well, that actually tells me a lot. Good call, Bonnie. I couldn't find any official files on them that were not restricted, which I could maybe play around with that later. Um, Mular, can you hear me? Can you start? Is there a way you can back up this stuff even though it's restricted? We can try to pull it apart later when we have more time. Okay. Would this help? I'm gonna forward the access code up to him. There's a giant mech out front that's been guarding the facility. Here's the access code to it. Is this maybe what you're talking about and is blocking you? Bioorganic encryption. Okay, I'll look into that. Because I would like a backup of this place so we can start examining the data more thoroughly back on Nocturnus. But for now, thank you, Mular. I found an advertisement for these, and apparently they were bioengineering Voldoni. Like that's a lot of words at once. I'm not even sure I know what I'm talking about. Uh, they were bioengineering robotic Voldoni. They were augmenting themselves a lot like I've seen a couple of people with that back
I
on Nocturnus. But they were
should
running some kind of bioweaponry hybridization.
my main question is, should we ignore them now, or should we push them to, I don't know, the fiery pit of doom somewhere?
I think we were here to gather information. I think, um, yeah, I don't feel great, but I feel like I'm probably the best one for this job. I'd like to go down there, make sure one's disabled, so that we can bring it back to Nocturnus. But I don't want it activating along the way.
Right, that seems like
Literally
a
anywhere between this side and
great
ever.
idea.
We were
Can't we
here to
just
gather
take the
information.
head of it like we do with all the our other problems?
Files would be good. That's fair if we can figure out how to get the excuse me. If we can figure out how to get the whatever you called it from blocking this place and we can download all the files,
I
we
think we
could.
need to get further in then,
Yeah, so
and we start to walk.
all right. I think that's a good idea. Let's go ahead and go.
Rude. Are you implying that Minotaurs are not good rogues?
Okay. I am not paying much attention, so I'm and also exhausted, so this would be a disadvantage for bunkers. The other one, I realized I was rolling them at advantage, so they should have been flat. So perception at disadvantage. You said perception, right? Wow, still not terrible. Their second device.
Right, and Bonnie will walk towards it and grab the tablet. Is this something you would need, Bonkers? And she hands the tablet up to Bonkers.
Maybe. Let's see.
Abandon all hope.
Vault Tech welcomes you. What? Oh no, it even does look like Vault Tech stuff.
It has one error in the behavior text. I like that.
It looks like it was a status report that they were trying to send out, or they succumbed to whatever was in here. I'm wondering if this was also blocked from sending out because this looks like it's probably a message meant to send, but if there's a bio encryption, I think is how Mular put it, on this place, it would be blocking. It could block all messages going out.
I guess they could.
So let's see. Damage and deteriorated, structure compromise. That's great after we walked across a bridge with, well, I'm glad the bull, I can't remember their name, is flying, but
Yes.
you all might want to
Is.
watch your step because you're all a little heavier than I am. Like, no offense,
I
just physically.
mean, rude, but
I don't mean it to
sure.
be rude. I mean, I like having y'all, both of you,
Yeah.
around. I don't want you falling to your deaths through crappy OSHA violations.
Row, row, row your boats kindly up the stream. Yes.
Yeah, so basically okay, there's feral machines patrolling the factory floor. That I kind of expected that, though I'm hoping that some of them are not shut, or some of them are shut down. Avoid confrontation if possible. I can hopefully do that. Yeah, there could be
Wonderful.
chemicals okay. Okay, so step one, I think, is we need to find some kind of respirators. If they were living creatures that were here, the Voldoni were living creatures, I believe.
I
They should have respirators
mean,
available somewhere.
what kind of life is a Valdoni life?
One one that is technically biologically alive, and I don't want to talk about any of the rest of it now.
Oh.
Hmm. Okay.
Right.
I'm gonna go ahead and hop off the Red Bull and head up here and take a closer look at this and see if I can figure out what it is. Does it look like it might be like an elevator access port, or if it's like holding something? Column leading upward that has a shutter on it. That's fair. Um, no, I get it. It's something that he wouldn't necessarily know. So my plan for this is I think it'd be best if we could find somewhere that has respiration equipment, or don't one of you have an air bubble spell?
No. I can create and destroy water for you.
That would be great if I were a Lokatha.
I mean, you don't have to be rude about it.
No, I'm
I could also
never mind.
banish you.
Could you? That'd actually be really fun. Go
Possibly.
back home for a little while.
Just a short vacation.
I can see mom.
Wait.
We have requests.
Right.
If I'm ever gonna die, just banish me. One, I might live, and two, if not, I would at least die at home.
Fair. Should I try healing you first, or the first sign of you potentially
That would probably
dying?
make more sense. I'm just waxing poetic. Is that how they
I
say it? I don't know.
could technically do both at the same time. I
That
could
would be
heal you,
pretty
then
cool.
banish you. But I couldn't
Yeah,
banish
whatever.
you, then heal you.
Keep in mind, if you banish me, literally, I just go home. So, like, I guess
I can send you
threatening me with
home
a good
to your
time.
family with not looking like death.
Yeah. But I'm here for now, so let's figure this out. Um,
Hmm.
yeah. Yep.
I mean, you'd deserve a day off or two. I mean, technically, you would only be home for 1 minute, so it's like, hello and bye. You maybe get to hug your mom.
Alright, I'm pretty sure though that spell, if you
Yeah.
maintain it, I'm not from here. I just go home permanently if you maintain it for a minute. But anyway, what's in this tube? I'm
Yes. What
gonna go
is
ahead.
in this mysterious tube?
I hope it's respirators because apparently there's toxic gases on the lower floor.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, we need to keep an eye out for those. Also, if there's any machinery by, I would recommend stealth before we attack.
I
So,
mean, I think I heard some voice in the sky telling me I wouldn't be a good rogue.
I mean, we can certainly try though, at least.
God is telling me I should not multi-class. Mm, yes.
So, what is going on? Give me a second here.
Don't know what's going on.
I'm sending a message to somebody else on my actual physical device. My actual holotech. Holodeck? I don't remember what they were called. Something like that. It's my Apple Watch. Anyway. Yeah, I'm examining. Yeah. So if anything does come by, I recommend we try to avoid it. So stay far away and quiet if possible from anything. Apparently there are at least a few robots patrolling this area. Or possible monsters and creatures. I can't imagine anything alive lasting terribly long in here. I say looking down at the
I mean, the thing
deceased
is, I don't
individual.
think they're supposed to be alive when they're turned into machines.
No, that's my point.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's probably some stuff in here moving around and hostile, much like the outside, but it's probably
As
not living.
long as it's not stalking and stuff, it's fine. I
Yeah.
think.
Bunker says this looking around cautiously.
I could throw out
um,
verifiers, but I don't think that will do too good.
I would say not yet, probably. Save here. We're all kind of tired here. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and see if I can figure out where this specific physical access point is that we need to either get for Mular or bring down so that he can access all the data in this. Um, so you said in front of me this is some kind of a cylinder that looks like it leads upward and is shuttered. So, but there is an access panel. Okay. If I guess I'm going to go ahead and lean forward, pulling up my tech, and then also just tapping the access panel to bring up whatever information it has and see what it's asking for.
Ooh.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Hmm.
So we have some information from whoever was here before, or the factory itself. It could just be data logs over the last 300 years. Who knows? Um, and some commands that I can give it. Let's see. I'm assuming you're gonna pop them up. I think based on the fact that Bonkers doesn't know a whole lot about what was going in here, I think I'm going to read at least the last few entries of the log. Let's start there. Let's start with the survivor log.
Oh, that's terribly sad.
I mean, they razed this place to the ground.
I mean, I kind of figured looking at and she gestures to everything,
Yeah.
including the outsides.
Proceed, yeah.
Uh huh. No,
It's fine, though.
when we heard you talk.
Yeah.
So do we get why this planet was nuked from orbit?
Well, we know the Voldoni had their stronghold here, and they were creating, um, well, obviously an army of some kind of bioweapon.
I mean,
But
and she points to the mech biomech thing over
no,
there.
yeah,
Yes.
I can only imagine that they had their groups further around the planet as well. But I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of wiping out civilian populations too. But I know
What?
wars like
You're
this can get
not
pretty
a
nasty.
fan of genocide?
Not particularly.
Huh.
This should shock nobody.
I mean, it doesn't.
Say that again. Proceed, please. Well, there was some kind of siege here, but like that's not anything new.
It's not.
We knew that this was a siege and campaign on this planet, so let's get what we can. We'll examine the implications of it later. Yep. Let's go to the factory logs and see what they were doing here.
I
Another
mean,
survivor log. What do we know about Varkin 4? Because we're on Varkin 5, correct? We are on Varkin 4. My apologies. No, it's alright. Um, okay.
right.
We'll save that away for later.
Is that all there is here?
Proceed.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Well, I don't like the murdering of civilians parts, but they were advertising for civilians to keep, and she points over to the robot over here, these things in their home.
Yeah, I have very mixed opinions about this. I don't necessarily like it, but I don't necessarily know if it's. I don't know. There might be more here that's going on. Uh, are there any more transmissions? Okay. Then let's go ahead and pull up the intercepted recon. Hmm. So this is probably one of the corpses that we found in here. Either this guy or the the doorman.
Yes, the one that covered you.
Yep. Those showers around here.
No,
That's a problem
no.
for when we get back to the ship.
I can sacred flame it out of you, probably.
Just
It will probably burn off the excess stuff.
look, I can just clean up when we get back. We're in the middle of the field. It's fine. Um,
Oh, you know what? Huh?
so I'm gonna go ahead and pull that one up. See what commands I have access to. Oh, not gonna tell me what they are. Um, but it's just gonna tell me where we're. I'm going to assume these are different places that this can bring me in the factory or something. I don't know.
I
Can
mean,
I see any more
try
data about
it
it, or does it
out.
just say Route 1 and Route 2? Do we want to just poke one and see what happens, or would we prefer to look around further?
You know what? Let's Pokemon.
All right, tell you what, yeah, one or two. Uh, Bonnie, why don't would you mind coming up here and staying within arm's reach just in case it starts to like move us somewhere? I don't want to go anywhere alone because I don't feel great right now.
Oh, I.
Thank you. I appreciate the support. At least, yeah, whatever.
And you know what? If me and she just takes you and places you on her shoulders,
That
this will
works.
probably guarantee both of us to teleport if something happens.
We'll see.
And I love I go down on my knees.
Leaning forward, I'm going to go ahead and press Route 1 and see what happens. Hmm,
It is one in this.
one of those. Huh?
But
Okay,
it's not active.
cool. Well,
Right.
that's mildly horrifying.
It does give me like an evil scientist lair kind of feeling.
It- was that not clear when we got like we knew
I
what we were signing
mean,
up
with
for?
the distress calls of all the dead civilians and all that, you do feel a little like no guilt or anything, but you do feel a little bad for them.
Yeah.
But at the same time, this would be a perfect moment for me to transform into a lycanthrope.
Oh no. With me on your shoulders.
Yes.
That would be.
I did fail that one concept. Yes.
Oof. Cool. Let's see what Route 2 does. It's probably going to open up this door and it's going to attack us. That's just feels par for the course. Um,
Yes, it does.
but sure, let's see what happens. I'm going to lean down and poke Route 2. Yep, that's about what I expected.
Maybe it's not hostile.
It might not even be activated yet, like fully, but we'll find out. Um, yep. I'm going to go ahead and pull up my access panel and see if I can pull up this specific creature since we're standing in front of it.
Uh,
Hmm? Pulling up my like access code and my information for the factory and seeing if I can pinpoint which creature just came online, where it is, and if it's this one or not, or getting access to its files if it's connected to the cloud in the area. Yeah, the swarm. Oh, cool! A swarm of lycanthropes. Love it.
Yay!
Yeah.
Uh,
So it's gonna be a
I,
flat roll because I would have an advantage because I have access codes, but disadvantage because I'm exhausted. So a flat
I will
roll.
touch you with my finger of guidance.
I'll take the guidance. It's a 22 plus. I'm typing it out 1d4, so it would be 24. Okay. I I can see where it should be so that can prevent it from activating fully, but it's not. I
Is it
don't
the
have the right
thing that
codes.
Mueller wanted to deactivate?
I'm pretty sure it is. So I'm forming some theories, but we need to find it anyway and shut it down.
I mean, it would be very weird if they programmed it to be hostile towards
People with
things
access.
in. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm hoping not, but we'll find out because the logs did say that there were a few hostile creatures in here, or robots especially, constructs.
Yes, but
Um,
they would
my
have activated them if that was the case. And we
probably
would
we'll
have
see. I
found
don't know.
more of them laying around.
Possible, or they got deactivated and went back to charge. I don't know how they work. Either way, I am forming an interesting theory about the thing that's blocking me because it's almost like it knows my every move. Even though I have access, it keeps denying things. They were dealing with bioengineering. What if there's somebody's brain somewhere in a jar, kind of, running the factory?
You?
I don't know. It sounds like something they would do.
What if
But also, ew.
I.
Can't you
What would
guys?
happen if you cast resurrection on a brain?
You could find out when we find it.
I don't have it prepared, but I am
You
intrigued.
could find out tomorrow.
Can find out tomorrow. I can take the brain in a jar with me and resurrect it aboard the ship. That
But
doesn't
anyway,
seem like a bad idea at all. And Bonnie will whisper, "Everyone act friendly."
I have an access code. Hopefully it works.
Approximately where is this creature?
Yeah, cool. It's directly in front of us. It's yeah, this is what I expected.
Right, can we just... Oh god, it's big. Hmm. Uh, eh.
Right. Awful. Terrible. 22. Let's see what Cassius's is. Wow! Cassius critted.
Oh my. 14 for Bonnie, 17 from Miss July.
Across the board, these are all really good.
I mean, aren't you supposed to carry us through this initiative thing?
I'm exhausted, and that was also the lowest, that was almost the lowest I can roll.
Yes. Ooh.
Yeah,
I mean, that seems like this thing would kill us.
we will find
Right.
out.
What if I and she with you on her shoulder steps over here and then repulsing palm the thing? What
Okay.
if I just... and it flies 30 feet over here?
You're safe against that?
No! No, it's not. It's stupid.
Actually, for mechanical there.
Oh, this is where someone else do the anti-gravity thing.
So having been knocked out, I think.
Mm,
Yeah.
yes! It
It
has been
is.
programmed with a very Shock AI. It takes 8 points of bludgeoning, though, if that's worth anything. And it's currently flying here. Yes. Right. Should we... I don't know. Is this supposed to be large? He's huge.
Alright.
Okay.
Huh.
That means I'll Bane it. Miss July will try to cast Bane on the creature. Make a 14 charisma. Yeah,
Alright.
figured. No.
Alright. I'm gonna. This
You
might make
know
some
what?
noise. Or do you want to be quiet? I think we're gonna make noise anyway, right?
I mean, is there
Holding his rifle back up.
any reasons to be quiet?
I don't think we have much of an alternative at this point. So Bonkers is going to take the brace action. Are we still saying the Bonkers is on your shoulders?
I mean, that's entirely up to
Okay.
you.
Yeah. So we're gonna see what happens. I'm gonna go ahead and level the rifle. I'm gonna put one. Yep. I'm gonna brace my arm across the horns and drop the rifle across my arm, so I'm not dropping it directly on her horns because that'd be very rude. So it tickles a little bit. Taking
Mm.
the brace bonus action to give myself advantage on the shot. Um, there's no mechanic for it. I don't know. It just, yeah.
Yeah.
All mine says is that my speed is reduced to 0. That's the only effect of brace.
Which doesn't really matter.
But it would be like a mount. My speed's not the one that applies.
Yes, I am
Oh,
immune,
maybe later.
apparently. Wait. Wait.
And I'm going to go ahead and just crack the rifle and take a shot. Please be a natural 20. It's not. It's a 21 though to hit. Okay. Not a crit like I was hoping for. Still good.
I have a feeling that this is going to come back at us.
We'll see what happens.
I'm pretty glad you didn't crit on your first shot.
Why did it say 14 but threw 1,000 dice?
Because it's 29 sneak damage for a total of 43.
There we go. 43 points of damage against it, some of which is... Yep. I don't get very many attacks, but when they hit, they're good. And then it procs the supernova effect as well. I've already used the big one, so it's just a normal standard 15 dex save against 2d6 additional radiant. So if the creature can make a dex save. It was a 15 DC, so it's going to take... That's fair. So it's going to take a full 10 points of radiant damage additional.
Miss July will walk over here just to stand like bastion or guard or whatever, and ready her weapon. And Bonnie still has one action. You know what? I don't Scorching Ray enough. I'll Scorching Ray it. And 17, a 22 and that one. There's 9 points of fire damage on the one that hits, and probably lingering damage to me. Yeah. Yay. How is that fine for me, Alex? I am pretty much done on spell points. Okay. Yeah, I can't actually fail a DC 10, so it's fine.
There you go.
The lovely brute of an ox will charge at the creature, slamming into it.
I'm going to. Okay, continue your thing. I have a thing for Cassius. So, but I'll let you do the slam first.
It misses. And he ends up behind the creature for some reason. I just like the flavor of that. He has too much fluff in his eyes.
So, Cassius is going to move over here on the lower platform still, getting as close as he can to the creature. And that is, I believe, within range. Yeah. And I'm going to do something that Cassius probably has. I think I've done this once, but maybe not. Let me double check to make sure. That's what I was thinking. That's what it looked like on the map. Let's see. It's a very long shot, but we will certainly try. No. This one could be. This is a longer shot than Sacred Flame. I'm going to cast. Nope. Modify Memory. It's not a very good combat spell, but we're going to see just the same. So it needs to make a Wisdom save. Since we are in combat, if it considers Cassie as a combatant, it's going to get an advantage on the save. So yeah, that makes sense to me. So that's why it's a long shot. That's definitely a success. Man, it has a high Wisdom stat. So you see Cassia step over there and try to start weaving its memory to make it assume that we had access, that we were friendly, but it just doesn't find any purchase. And that was my movement and my actions, so I don't really have anything else for Cassius. Do I have a bonus action? I think nothing that he wants to use at the moment, but I'll mark off the points for the spell slots. So that's it for Cassius.
I have done 2 actions.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. I was gonna say technically Bonkers as a second action, it's not enough to really bother with, though. Oh, cool. We're being watched while we're doing the watching. Nice.
Yay. Most likely not, but she can try. No, she can't. Why could you not stick to fire?
But it's just energy. Hopefully. That is one of his better suits.
Oh,
29.
yes. It's a crit.
I'm gonna guess it doesn't find purchase. Cassius is like, I know that trick. I just tried it on you.
You
It-
should care.
It's right there. Whew.
Yeah, the bullets hit. Just see, I think that.
I was just gonna say, it's called Psychic Blast. I hope it's not slashing damage. That would feel weird. It has another one called Claw Strike that does psychic damage.
How much? How much did you say? 21. It has 4 HP left, baby. No, 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 no.
It only has 25 hit points?
It is a steed.
I guess. Alright.
It's not a combat mount.
That's
It has 5 HP plus 10 per spell level. Which. No. No. God, it's like a dictatorship.
well, that answers a few of the questions as to why it was nuked from orbit.
Yeah, it does. Explain.
Okay.
Right. I would assume they're smart enough to waterproof their machines.
It was.
And you gonna do a fa and leave the rage of Olgun? Oh my god! Olgun is going to get you. Not. Olgun is not going to get you at all. You know what?
The bull turns around angrily. That was its entire attack.
Oh god. This is an extreme long shot, but Miss Christine July Christine Miss will cast command on the creature and command it to drop. Wisdom save.
You know what? As a high wisdom.
You. Yeah, I was hoping for a nat 1. It's... No, you can't. Yes. Well, you know what? It is probably. I mean, why is all my saves wisdom?
Well, I'm going to tap Bonnie's shoulder and say, "Give me a second." Pulling out the rifle or the pistol off of my chest. I have. Let me see if that counts as an action for me.
Unless you have the firearm adept feature, it counts as an action.
I have several like firearm related features. I don't know which ones I have. I'm just double checking.
You know what? This never works anyway, but I might as well try. And it's Sacred Flames it. Make a deck save.
Okay. I ignore reload properties. I don't. It doesn't say anything about drawing it as a free action. So sure.
Yes!
Nice.
Sacred Flame hits, baby!
Cool.
Best cantrip.
Well, I am going to brace myself with the new pistol I have out. It was on my chest rig. This is the one I retrofitted onto here. Pulling the pistol out, bracing myself. I'm still leaving the rifle like in my other hand, so I have quick access to it again. I'm fine using it as an action to brace, or yeah, because I want my bonus action to brace so I can get the advantage on the shot. And I'm going to pop off with a cursed pistol shot with advantage. This one I like it. It just has to come in clutch in the right position. So I'm just going to say like, hey, let's see if tech holds up to an old curse. It's going to be a 23 to hit. It's not crit damage, so we'll roll a normal. Why did it not proc sneak attack into it? Whatever. It's 12 points of damage. I'll roll sneak attack individually.
Piercing, I assume.
Probably piercing damage.
Plus 39.
And 51 points of piercing damage. Since it's the cursed pistol, it is going to need... Oh, man, I missed part of it. If the creature is medium or smaller, it has to make a con save. This one is not. That's fully on par for Bonkers, just completely forgetting how it works.
Right, you know what?
It was a curse of paralysis that was used against him. But the creature is really, really big, so it didn't work.
You know what? I am so tired, and she just Sacred Flames it again.
Well, apparently it can hold up against old curses.
Oh, man.
Or I forgot the instruction manual.
Yes! Fuck yes! Knew it, Sacred Flame is the best cantrip.
Are you using the modified one or just the old one?
The normal one.
Because I think you slightly updated it.
Yes, which
Yeah, I
I
was like,
don't want to use against this wild
Sure.
creature. It has a +7 in wisdom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used 2 turns. Miss Christine July.
Oh, I have something for Cassius. I don't know
Miss
what.
Christine July would like to.
It's
I do
interesting.
like it. Yes.
I can imagine. No, I think you're right. I like it.
And it makes it easier to actually do combos. Yeah.
I am going.
She will actually cast protection from energy on herself.
Ooh, I like it.
Yes. I don't.
Range 60 feet. Okay.
Brain
I'm going to go ahead.
60?
I was looking at something I was doing. Range.
Oh God! Oh
Range
my
of 60 feet.
lord!
I th- no, I think I was gonna cast Shield of Faith, but I don't think 2 points is worth the actual action on it. So instead, I'm gonna go ahead and just use a cantrip twice. This does heavy lifting, though not as heavy as Hattie does. I'm gonna cast a Call Beyond twice. So we're gonna watch Cassius go. All right, I guess it's time to bring out. How would he sound? He doesn't have cool one-liners. He's kind of boring.
He's a boring fuckboy.
Fire with fire
Feel
and all
the
that.
wrath of the stars.
I like that. Fire with fire and all that, and he's just gonna hold his holy symbol and spread out an array of stars in front of him that are going to scatter up into the sky and take off like a Gatling gun because he's casting. I don't probably. I don't know. What is his holy symbol? No, it's the whip. So so he pulls the whip out and just goes crack, crack, and it cracks across the sky, and these scattered sparks fly out above him and just take off like a Gatling gun. So I hate the fact that this is 16 separate attacks because I'm using it twice. So I'm just gonna roll his. Tell you what, his plus spell is +9 to hit. What dice will hit? Yeah. Roll 6. There. Hey, a crit!
161 hits.
+9 on each of those. So, what is its armor class? I hate asking that. Cool. That is very, very fair. So just tell me how many of these hit. 6 hits, 1 crit. 2, 3. Would it be 7 hits?
Nope.
Does the 12 not hit?
He said 6.
The 12 doesn't quite. Cool. Good enough for me. So 6. Okay, cool. So it'd be 7 hits plus a crit. So let's go ahead and roll. It's just 1d4 radiant damage. So I'm going to roll. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to roll the extra die, so it'd be 8d4 for the crit. Wait, 7 regular hits and 1 crit, so 9d4. So that's all I'm going to do is 9d4, so it'd be 21 points of radiant damage. Nothing massive, but it looks fantastic.
A barrage of motes hit it.
Yeah, literally all it is a barrage of these small motes.
I would like to believe he shapes them as small hearts because he's a love paladin.
That's
Oh god.
with heart arrowheads.
Yeah.
Okay, I like this. Just whip crack.
Oh, love you, bitch.
It's 8 per, so it's 16 total. There we go. So crack. That's such like an anime move. But I do like it. But that's his 2 attacks. Yeah. Do they add anything to the Call Beyond? I think it's just 1. Oh, if 3 stars hit a single target, the next attack before the end of its next turn is made with the advantage. I think it's. So I should have done that. I don't know.
You should have started with it.
Yeah, but we're doing this all kind of freestyle, so it ends up being weird. So technically, the next thing should have advantage on it. So it has basically a guiding bolt effect. I think that's everything on my turn. Because Bonkers try to curse pistol.
Yeah, Davdon. Oh, right. Ogle have not done anything. Ogle will take pursuit.
Your
He will use his fa. And he will.
With advantage.
Yes, with advantage. 21.
Ooh.
Oh my god, Ogle. You're doing me proud, boy. He's doing me proud. And it's 3 points of psychic damage. Oh god. Okay. I thought it was gonna do something worse. I'll try again with the 14. Yeah. You may not prove it. It's fine. I believe you. Yes. No, leave Ogle alone. No. Oh god, Ogle has done his thing.
Maybe not.
Oh god, let's see if Ogle. No. Oh, please crit, please crit, please crit. Yes, it crits! Oh god. Ah. Yay! You go Ogle.
Do you take half on the success or no? Cool.
Oh,
Actually, that makes sense. An all or nothing spell because it's the higher
Yes.
damage.
Yeah, it is the collected damage we do to the creature that is repelled back at us.
That's fair.
Most likely no. Well, actually,
Maybe.
at 24. Yay! Yay! No! Yes! Okay. No! What has the. Yes! Yes!
Fate has decided that this Voldoni robot has rusty joints.
The bull is immortal! You see Ogle just weave and touch everything!
Yeah.
Yeah!
Do you want to use your refresh?
Oh god,
Somewhere a voice echoes. Red Pill gives you wings.
Stay hydrated! Remember to hydrate comes from a hidden speaker. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Very
Remember to
Fallout style.
hydrate! Oh god.
Okay, we're gonna start with Cassius. No, yeah, those were several bad rolls, but sometimes that happens to us too. It's just the
Yes.
way the dice do.
Uh,
I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing with Cassius as he just goes crack crack with another barrage of the bullshit.
mm-hmm.
16 d20. So we determined that a 12 was enough to hit, so 12 and up hits, or would an 11 hit? Because an 11 would be a
7
20
hits.
to the attack.
7 hits. Oh yeah.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3,
8.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's actually 9 hits and a crit fail. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hits and a crit fail. So, roll 90, not 90, 20, 94. Yeah. Pretty good. 28 points of radiant damage against it, and the next attack has advantage. Radiant, correct. I think comboing off of that, Bonkers is going to take advantage to use the rifle.
Oh, wait, before this. Miss. Miss.
Correct. It was okay. Too much radiation at once. That kind of makes sense somehow.
Miss July will put a bless on. Yes, all of us.
Ooh.
Okay. Practically reduced to nothing when it's so far away. It does have reach. It just doesn't have 15 feet of reach.
That is fair.
Yeah. And you are going to snipe it with your pistol.
Not with the pistol, I'm going back to the rifle. And I did say I still had both out, so I'm letting go of the pistol, which snaps back to its holster on my chest. Over to the rifle again. Yep. Well, I have it on a cable. It's on a retractive cable system. That was a day one agreement with Bonkers. Yep. It's just a holster that when I drop it, it goes back. That's all it does. And I'm going to go ahead and take my advantage on this strike. Not using Brace just yet, but just using the glowing giant target that Cassius has lit up.
Plus a bless.
Plus a bless. Well, it's still a 32 to hit, so I was hoping that was a hit. It's not a crit like I was hoping for, but it's still going to be 61 points of damage. And in a big burst of light, because the second was, remember, it detonates when it hits, so it was just... It's a 5-foot radius around where it hits, so it's literally just the thing.
Hate you, Travis.
2d6.
If you roll more than a 4 now, Miss July is going to punch you.
Well,
I have told you from the first day. I am.
I was shooting it on this side. Alright, fine. 9 points, but you get to make a dex save.
And a dex save halves it, which still is 4 points of damage, which is enough to kill him.
Alright. Yep. So there's this flash of light as both of them explode.
I hate you.
Sorry.
You're not.
Maybe.
Miss July is walking straight up to you.
I'm sitting on your shoulders still.
Yeah, there is not that much height difference from Bonnie to Miss July.
I'm still reachable.
You're very much reachable.
Look.
And why did you decide to shoot my bull out of the sky?
I didn't. I shot the thing and it exploded. Didn't you see?
I'm pretty sure you are in charge of when it explodes. For that matter, you have also hit me a few times with that.
It explodes when it hits things, and you got close to the things I was shooting. I could either do that, or I could just not shoot the things. So take your pick. If you don't want me to shoot things anymore, I can stop.
I have seen you have a plethora of ranged weapons. You don't have to do the one that does area of effect damage when there are allies near the target. I even saw you pull out the pistol that does not do that.
The pistol also wasn't very effective against it. It normally locks up targets, but this one wasn't. It wouldn't work against this one.
Yes,
lock me
and
up
you
too.
cost me a bull.
You you can. I don't want to be insensitive, but isn't it just a summon?
The thing is, I have to summon a new one from the herd each time it dies.
I don't know how summons work, so I'm sorry if that's the way it works, and I may have caused damage for you. Can we figure this out though when we get out of here? I'm happy to try to
Yeah.
make things less more friendly to the combatants, but like that sounded weird. I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to stay alive right here. Let's figure it
Uh-huh.
out when we get back to the ship. You can be mad at me, but we'll figure it out later. Sorry.
What did you say, Alex? A D6. Oh. The loot that is... No, I shall not say. I shall keep my mouth shut for once.
So a 3 for Bonkers, and the second one, the 1 was for Cassius.
5
Assuming.
for Miss July and 6 for Bunny. Ooh.
Just the idea of Cassius being like, "Hey, I caught part of it." Oh, Bonkers catches a gland.
Ew. We got in nanite heart. Okay.
Ooh, that is horrifying
Ooh.
and amazing.
So I basically gotten a lightsaber on Bonnie.
And I
Oh.
got a gland. This is so funny. That's Cassius's.
I got a heart.
You got a new heart. You got a new heart. You got a new heart. You got a new artificial heart.
Yes, the thing is, it does more damage than it gives me 10 hit points.
No,
No, it's
Bonkers is
fun.
disappointed in game because he got hit in the face with a weapon gland. I'm thrilled. This is amazing. I'm role
I
playing.
just picture the thing exploding and just if we would take each random thing. Oh, look at this! I got a new, and she just turns it on. Vroom, 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 vroom. Why is it red? Okay. Okay, it's green and fits. I'm not a Sith Lord. It does radiant damage. Okay, so a light green. Mm. Oh god.
Sounds good.
Yes.
So I just need to make
Uh,
note that this bio shell is going to work for Cassius and give him the +2 AC for an hour. So while we're here, and then he's going to leave it behind. No, he's going to bring it with if possible.